Namaskaram. What an amazing, awesome treat of music. Definitely feel I should call him the god of music. Full lion, everything keeps track in his mind. He was also like a guru sthanam for me in 1985 for a month. He taught me every day. He called me home. I had the pleasure, privilege and bhagyam of learning quite a few pallavis from Mama and every day accompanying. Mama, we are so grateful, bottom of our hearts, for coming here and doing this. Thank you so much. Next, we are so honored to have very, very distinguished guests in our midst. Sundara Mama and the Commissioner, High Commissioner here. So very special, both of you could grace. Sundara Mama is suggesting you talk first. Pehle hap. So I'm going to call the High Commissioner to talk at Sundara Mama's request first. Please come. Okay. Sundara Mama, as we know, fondly, has literally dedicated his life for the sake of promoting and encouraging classical music among youth in North America. So much he has done for the community, not only here, now back home as well. So it's both the places, not just for North America, Mama. You're everywhere, global now. And it's so special for you to come here amidst so many pressing commitments. And for Chandru sir's concert here, I really wanted you to come there because I know the chemistry between both of you. And I thought there is no fitting way for Mama's program, this Chandru Mama's program, than Sundara Mama talking. Thank you so much. And for blessing all of us and blessing students here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It is really, I would not have missed this, I want to tell you. There was one commitment, let me tell you what it was also, a personal commitment. We had a family get-together and my granddaughter's birthday was there. So I was hesitating whether to come away from the birthday celebrations. All the family members have come to Detroit. But then I knew Chandru sir was going to be performing, and then Ramesh Srinivasan, very close to me, and we said that, I said, okay, I'll come, I'll spend the first 2 hours with them, and then I took a flight and came over here. And I'm very happy to be here. Honestly, this is like home for me, and I see, my dear friend Ramesh is here, my most respected and close friend Vidwan Sri Chandrasekhar is there, and all of you, most of you are like extended family for me. So I'm really very, very happy here. Today I heard that it is your 14th wedding anniversary. And the 14 years has got something very significant in the sense that today when he took the bow, Chandru sir today, he became Kodandaraman. And like Lakshmana, Aswin was following him. And today, after 14 years, Kodandaraman had a Mahapatabhishekam. Today, this concert and this Arangetram is a fitting gift to you as a Patabhishekam to you. You could not ask for anything more than that. Chandru sir, we say that he is a great artist, he's a great violinist, he's a great vocalist, a great composer, great acharya, all those things are there. But how many of us really know about his musical career, musical journey, I want to say. He has accompanied everybody from Maharaja or Vishwanath onwards. They read the biodata over there. But let me tell you, the most impressive performances he gave was one was almost 50 years ago, 47 years ago to today, accompanying Mali. He gave 3 concerts, Krishnagana Sabha and a few other places there. And you have to realize that when you talk about unbridled creativity, there's nobody equal to Mali. And he, as a young artist, had to be on the stage, not only holding the fort, not only accompanying him, not only enhancing the concert, but making a mark for himself because he was coming up at that time. And he did it. There was no question about it. And the second one was almost 50 years ago when he played for Brindama. And I specifically requested Jayamma's Javali today. The only thing that was missing was that Bharati should have done the Abhinayam for it because I have seen that. Okay, she has learned from Kalanidhi Mami. So, but accompanying Brindama was not easy. On that day, I heard that tape. I was not personally present in that concert. There was a Kalyani. That Kalyani is like no other Kalyani you have ever heard. Yet it is quintessentially Kalyani. Your mind is set on an Yethavanara or Kamala Mambajari, whatever is the Kalyani, and then you sit on the stage and she gives you a completely new dimension of that. And Chandru sir handled it so beautifully. It is unimaginable that a young person at that time with a virtuoso performance that he gave was just mind-boggling. That's the kind of artist he is. But we can go on. Later on, he had Dr. Balamurali Krishna, who really wanted him to play for most of his concerts. And then you had Seshagopalan, one of the most creative artists. He will always get a kick out of having Chandru sir next to him so that he can go absolutely berserk on the stage. That's what I would say. But Chandru sir was there to not only accompany him but also to guide him. That's the kind of artist he is. But the final thing is when he accompanied K.V. Narayana Swami with Ram Bhadrananda Mridangam. That is the one that's a culmination of his 50, 60 years of musical experience. The essence of that, you could have it. And 2,500 years ago, it was told that it was Ovid, was asked, can you define art? And if any one of you know Latin, don't laugh at my pronunciation. It's supposed to be said by Ovid. There's a controversy. He might not have said it. Somebody else might have said it. Forget about it. What is art was asked. He said, ars est celere artem, which means art means the concealment of art. Art lies in the concealment of art. So it cannot be exhibitionist. You cannot have energy, etc. on the stage. It has got to be very subtle. Subtlety is what K.V. Nayana Swami brought in. Subtlety is what Chandru sir brought in. Subtlety is the epitome of Vidwan Sri Ramabhadran. Because in Ramabhadran's playing, on the surface of it, when you listen to that one, you would think that it is pleasant, but it is ordinary. You would not think there is any depth in it. But if you go closer to that one, and he will tell you, Ramesh Srinivasan will tell you how much depth is there. You think Sarvalagu, it's like, it's going in a cadence, so to say. There's no kanakki in it or anything. You can do this round, it doesn't matter, it's still only Sarvalagu. But it's far beyond that. Art lies in the concealment of art. He has concealed the greatest depth he had in the most simple way of presenting it. And you know who got the best out of that? Ramesh Srinivasan got it. Because Ramesh Srinivasan had one good sense. He may have many good senses, but he had one good sense. Because at that time, there were giants who were ruling the roost in the Mridangam field. Yet, his jnana led him to Vellur Ramabhadran. Please look at how many people have chosen Ramabhadran sir as a guru. Not many, because on the surface it looked very simple. Because art lies in the concealment of art. He concealed it very well. But you have to have a keen ear, a jnana to understand that's what I want. And Ramesh Srinivasan had the good sense to go after that music from Ramabhadran. And today is the senior most. Chandru sir, today this Arangetram, you may think there was a rehearsal. But I gave you a request. And then he decided to sing something. And it went on like that. So, Aswin had the problem. Okay, Aswin was not like Lakshmana to Rama, because Rama was going in the forest and Lakshmana was following him. Chandru Sir was like Garuda. He was flying all over. He did not worry about, whether there is a mountain there, there is water there is a lake or a river or anything. The Garudan is flying, but he was like a shadow. This shadow has to go. It has to go on the earth. And there were hills, there were waters, there were lakes, there was rivers, there were current in the water. And yet, he went like a shadow behind Chandru Sir. And that is something absolutely mind-boggling, I would say. Today's performance is an outstanding performance. As I always say, as much credit I want to give to your innate jnana, as much as I want to take some credit saying that I had you in sustaining sampradaya, as much as I want to say that, you worked very, very hard and other thing, I still think that a major credit goes to Ramesh Srinivasan. Your journey is starting. There's a sloka. It starts out by saying that Acharyat Padam Adayet, which means from your Guru, you get 1/4. No matter how much time you spend with him, you'll get only 1/4 of your jnanam out of that. Padam Sishya Somachat. That is, you have to get another 1/4, but your own intellectual approach to the music, thinking about it. Okay? Sa Brahmachari Padam. Your other students here will give you another 1/3, 1/4, which is still only 3/4. Where are you going to get the 1/4 back? Okay? Padam Kala Pramaneti. Only time will give it to you. Maturity will give it to you. So, when you go for a class with Ramesh Srinivasan, he teaches you. Then sometimes he asks you to come and listen to something. You may be thinking, even if you don't think, your parents may be thinking, why is he asking you to come and listen instead of taking class? Because that's where you internalize music. That's where you get the other 1/4. And then he will ask you to come when his other students are playing. That's where you get the remaining, another 1/3, because you are going to learn from them. Okay? So the way in which you have been taught is something very unique. Most teachers will take you and give you lessons and then go and practice. Ramesh Srinivasan wants you to come to his house. Okay? Listen to some of the masters singing or playing. And then he wants you to listen to others playing. And that is where your education gets complete, your musical education. But you are in good hands. And as I always say, as much as he had a good sense to go to Ramabhadra, you had the good sense to go to him. So I have to congratulate you also. KVG is there to support you on this one. And I could see that one, how he was giving you some cues and other thing. He's a phenomenal artist. But of all these people, the person who is the luckiest person is Satya. Because Satya had no responsibility here. She was at the stage observing and then integrating what is happening. This is the greatest lesson she could get. Because Aswin has the tension. He has to play properly. Okay? Everybody else has got some kind of a tension. Satya is there not only enjoying, but also listening to what is happening, observing what is happening. And so this is, you're really very fortunate to be there. Make sure that your dad puts you every time there's a concert on the stage, because that is the greatest learning that you can get. Anyway, it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for me to be with you here. I thank you for giving me the opportunity. Ramesh, you have done a phenomenal job. You are a part of our Cleveland Tyagaraja Festival. I know without your support, you will be in some more serious problem. You're already in serious problem. You'll be in some more problem. But thank you for the support and thank you for bringing up youngsters in such a great way. Chandru sir, this is a treat. I could not have given. Chandru sir is Nityotsavam, as he call him, because everything is a utsavam for him. Every concert is a utsavam. He is a Nityotsavam. And you know, he just completed 80 years. And I had the good fortune of talking about him in Music Academy. Okay? But I want to say only one thing. What Shakespeare said about Cleopatra, said that age cannot wither her, the customs steal her infinite variety. And he is the Cleopatra of music. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama. Stay here. We'll get a chair. I want you to stay on the stage while we invite the High Commissioner. Please come. Please come. Madam. Thank you so much for coming to the occasion.
I think after that splendid performance and also the magnificent words from Dr. Sundaram, there is very little that I have to say except to say thank you, Dr. Chandrasekharan, for giving us the true joy of music. We really had a great, wonderful experience of music. I congratulate Aswin on his magnificent performance and his Arangetram, his entry into the world of music. And I also congratulate his teacher, Ramesh Srinivasan, for instructing him in such a comprehensive way. When I was coming here today, I wanted to convey to all of you that the Government of India has recently started a new program through the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, which, as you know, is a part of the Ministry of External Affairs, whereby they want to encourage students in music and dance from foreign countries, from outside India, to come to India and participate in Guru Shishya Parampara. They will be enabled to have the best gurus and the best of opportunities and can come and learn music in India, and a scholarship would be provided for that. But after hearing the performance today and watching people like Dr. Gopalakrishnan and others, and of course also Aswin, and seeing the excellence in which was embodied in that performance, and that you have teachers here of the caliber of Ramesh Srinivasan, I think I have very little to say except to say that you probably have all the wisdom here also. So I think it's amazing that this part of the world, you retain so much of our culture in spite of being so far away from home. And sometimes I wonder whether it's not true that you perhaps retain more of it than we do in India, back home in India. Thank you very much for a wonderful experience. Thank you. And congratulations. Beautiful.
May I request Sundaram Mama and both of you first to honor Chandru Mama together, if I may suggest. One of you can put the shawl to Chandru Mama, other one can give the bouquet and Chandru Mama. Okay? Please.
என்ன பண்ணுறவா அவர் போட்டாரா எனக்கு ஓ சார் ஸோ நைஸ் ஆஃப் யூ தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச் ஆமா
உங்களுக்கு பொக்கே கொடுத்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம்.
இன்னைக்கு இது இப்போ இது உங்களுக்கு அந்த இது
அது வந்து நவம்பர் பதினெட்டு அது நீங்கள் அதே
அதை நீங்கள் க்ளீனாக எனக்கு அப்புறம் வச்சு காமிக்கணும்.
அப்புறம்
நான் வந்து பார்க்கணும்.
Sure. Want to honor Bharati ji with a shawl first. Please. இப்படி போடுங்க. இந்த ஷால் போடுங்க.
என் பொண்ணு
நீங்கள் ஷால் போடுங்க. இங்கே போடுங்க. Shawl on this. Mama, shawl for KVG. We are inviting the anniversary couples, father-in-law, father Vango, please Mama Vango, to honor the chief guest and Sundaram Mama, both guest of honor, please.
அப்போ பார்த்துக்கணும். டவர் இதுதான். ஆனால் நீங்கள் டைட்டாக போட்டு.
This is Srimati ji's father. We have one more for the. Please, can you come, Usha ji? Please come. Thank you so much for coming.
முடிச்சுடலாம் மேட்ச்சு முடிச்சுடலாம்.
இல்லை அது ரைட்டு இப்படி மங்கள வாசமா என்ன ஓவரா
Please come.
ஓவரா
எது வச்சாலும் மங்களம் தான். என்ன சொல்கிறேன்? யாருக்கு இப்போ
We have a plaque. The plaque did not arrive from India yet, so we're giving him a token today. The plaque was supposed to come by UPS on Saturday, got delayed, so he'll get it later, but we're giving this for him till then. So, Ashwin, enduko mama rendu per namaskara pannukam. Namaskara pannu first. Namaskara pannu. Namaskara.
முடிச்சுடலாம்பா. ஒன்றும் இல்லை. வச்சுடு. அவள் சொன்னால் வாசிக்கல பார்க்கலாம். போகணும்பா வாசி வீடு எப்படிட்டு அவரை இவ்வளோ நாளைக்கு கேட்பாங்க நம்ம கேட்பேன்.
Please, bless him.
வேண்டாம். ஓவர்.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sundaram Mama, as well as for making the time. It's really very special. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
We also want to honor you.
ரைட் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். ஆமாம் அப்புறம் நிச்சயமா.
We also want to honor Guru Ramesh Srinivasan sir for this. Mama, can you help us, please? Yes.
வெங்கடேஸ்வரன்
சுந்தரம்
நான் சொல்லிட்டாரே சொன்னாரே போயிட்டு சொல்லிட்டாரே. வச்சுடுப்பா இங்கே வரலாம் வேண்டாம்.
Also, we want to thank Satya for being accompanying all the artists on stage and putting an excellent talam, and also having an opportunity to learn a lot from the stage. Finally, Mama, we also want to honor Ashwin with his small token of appreciation. Ramesh,
सुंदर साल का यार
ಮಾಮ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಶಾಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿನ ಮುರ್ಸಿದ್ದು
ಆಯ್ತು ಬಾ actually
Yeah, Abhama.
So,
like to add a few words here about Ashwin's journey, if I may. We try to create an atmosphere here of complete non-competitiveness. Each one competes only with themselves. We truly believe humbly that sky is the limit of each artist. I don't look at them as students, I look at them as artists when they come in. This family, I would say, not just Ashwin and the parents, literally are a role model in terms of anything told, they simply follow. They simply do. Amazing, amazing follow-up right through. If I may add, without sounding or comparing with anybody else, from basics, Tati Tomnam, day one, it's about 3.5 years he has come to this level. 3.5 years, 4 years. It's mind-boggling. 3.5 years. Only one thing I would add is that, again, paying respects to my teacher, who's been my inspiration. When I was in IIT studying, IIT is a very competitive environment, as you would know. And some of you might know, I was the youngest in my batch by at least 2 years. I got 2 double promotions in school. So I was a very young kid when I entered IIT. So I had to get away from there to a safe haven where I could spend the evening and come back next day to continue my classes. And Rabadhan Mama provided that oasis, his family. It was like a balm going there, going to their classes, listening. And in a very small way, we tried to imbibe that enormous freedom he provided. I'm going to share one small nugget here. At that time, as Sundara Mama mentioned, many Vidwans had a lot of students, and they would ask, unless you practice 3 hours a day, you cannot make it anywhere. Once I went to a Doordarshan recording with Rabadhan sir. He was playing for T.N. Krishnan sir there. A Pallavi was, they were going to play a recording. As they were getting in the green room, T.N. Krishnan Mama tried to tell the Pallavi. Various people came for autographs. It was Doordarshan. Again, T.N. Krishnan sir tried to tell the Pallavi. Again, the makeup people came to take them away for makeup. So the Pallavi could never be told to Rabadhan sir. And then the live recording started in Doordarshan. Mama played stunningly, just there in the moment. I can't forget that ride back. I asked Mama, what happened? And then he looked me in the eye and said, that was a turning point for me. He said, just play 1 hour a day, but truly play 1 hour without fail. You can play like me. And he looked me in the eye and meant it. It was my second year in IIT. Till then, I can only put 1.5 hours a day with IIT workload. But after that, the 1.5 hours I put in was with the belief, I can make it. I can get there. There's a spring in my playing. And that, with God's grace and His wishes, my parents, and also Chandru Mama was also a big inspiration. We used to look up to him so much. I've not shared that with him also. KVN sir concerts and all. KVN sir would say, play more on stage to Chandru sir. Always sweet and short. And he's had the privilege of learning quite a bit from Mama too. He's also Guru Sthanam. And again, I can't, words are not sufficient to say how much the ecosystem there supported some of us in growing up. So in a very small way, we are trying to do here, and with God's grace, we are making some strides. Tremendous support from great artists like Chandru Mama. It's a blessing even to share the stage. And Bharati ji, please come. So much encouragement for all the students during here. And last but not the least, KVG here. There is a, please do a big round. it's very sometimes difficult to play Upapakvadyam for an upcoming artist. How much to play, how much not to play,
Correct,
how much to
exactly.
support him, how much not to support him, without showing off your virtuosity. So many constraints are there. At the same time, trying to make that student shine, work with their intellectual capabilities. Amazing job, sir. For your role, I got to tell you, sir, amazing, amazing good work. And thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Really appreciate it. And Ashwin, wish you all the best in this journey. As you know, this is the first day at work, miles to go. And there's a statistically saying that artists peak between 60 and 65 years of age. It's a long haul, so you got to stay the course. So you're blessed with Chandru Mama here on the first day, and Sundaram sir, as well as the commissioner here, all people blessing you. And most importantly, it's also your parents' anniversary. It's a very special day. All the very best. Last but not the least, a big shout out to my better half, Srividya, without whose support I would not be able to do. Because every weekend, next year is the 25th anniversary of our school. Every weekend, morning 6 a.m., you wake up the sounds of Mridangam. Trust me, it's not simple. Sorry. Even if I am at the receiving end, I would say, let's close the, it's some, but endured it, supported it, she and my, as well as my daughters. So really appreciate all the support. Thank you. And also, we have great support from the staff, parents here. Without that, our school could not go where they are. So thanks everyone, all the volunteers, and the sound crew. I know you had a lot of challenges. I know in engineering, some things happened last minute. But Nami, where is Nami? Big shout out to Nami. It's how to recover, and later on we had excellent. Some things go south. I do understand. I'm an engineer first, so thank you so much. And ICC here, really appreciate everything. And again, these parents have simply been amazing. As I repeat back again, literally everything done, they will follow. And tremendous faith and belief. And thank you. And also it's very religious, very spiritual. Any Rudram chanting, he's there in town. A lot of spiritual, very spiritually oriented family. Not, so really appreciate you guys being there. And over to you guys.
Okay. Thank you, Ramesh sir, for all the kind words, and thank you, Ambassador Ashok sir. It's a real privilege and honor for all of us. I think Ramesh has shared a lot of gratitude and thanks to all of you. But we want to share something. This whole journey taught us a lot, and I believe that it's all about sharing. And first importantly, we wanted to thank Dr. M. Chandrasekharan sir for all the love, appreciation, support. I mean, in the last 4 days that we know him, I really felt like, I've seen my father back, that sort of like love he had shown to us. Thank you, sir. It is a real honor and blessings for us to be here. Again, I also wanted to thank the Almighty, and whose grace, without which we cannot be here. And so that's more important for us. And also my late parents, Sri T.S. Suryanarayanan and Srimati Ishwari. So both of them have inculcated the kind of discipline. I think that's what we've been trying to teach back to Ashwin. So first of all, and also our heartfelt thanks to Bharati ji. It's almost like I felt like it's not Bharati Gopalakrishnan, or Gopalakrishnan Bharati is what came to us. That's how I felt. Thank you so much for the wonderful concert. And Gopalakrishnan ji, KV Gopalakrishnan ji, it's a real honor, and he had stayed with us. I mean, it's been a real pleasure for him to stay with us. Taught Ashwin and made sure that his concert goes successfully. Of course, we cannot be where we are with Ashwin at this stage without our own guru Ramesh sir. I'm also a student of Sarvalagu, so I think that's like our own guru. He has been a tremendous support throughout this whole journey. And as Ashwin mentioned in his video, he's not only a guru but also his inspiration. That's how he sees himself about Ramesh sir. Couple of things that we noticed through this journey, right? I mean, I'm actually a management guy, so I will talk about in abbreviations and acronyms. So I call this 5 Ps, right? So out of the whole journey, I mean, this is how my takeaway for this whole thing. Number 1 P is persistence. I think, as in everything, every knowledge activity in life, persistence is the key for everything. So Mridangam as an art form, we need to have a continued sustenance there. So persistence is the number 1. Number 2 is passion. I think passion is more important. I think there is a book that I'm reading, somebody suggested in our school. Talent is actually overrated. But most important thing out of that message is passion. So you got to have a passion in this whole journey, whether it's school, math, sports, baseball, football, whatever it is. Passion is the most key thing, and we got to continue on this. And then obviously the personality. The journey of this whole thing is about development of your personality. That's how we see it. So that is the third one. Okay, Mike is still there. Okay. The fourth one, most importantly, practice. We talked about practice. Everybody talked about practice. So I think that's the fourth important thing. Lastly, what I felt personally myself, being a religious person and also a Vedantin, I feel that purity and Atma Shuddhi is the key goal of this whole journey, right? I think those are the 5 P's or nuggets that we take, and we ask Ashwin to make sure that, these are 5 P's are your framework of this journey. So keep this within that spirit of it. So that's my whole thing. And again, all the leg dumps, discussions, 6 a.m. classes until 12 midnight, everything is around these 5 P's. That's how we see it. And it's been a journey for us. And thank you again. As Sundar Mama and Ramesh said, it is the first grade. So Ashwin entered into the kindergarten of artistry, right? So it's still a long way to go to graduate from the college. And we have a doctor with us, right? Dr. M. Chandrasekharan sir. Thank you, sir, for everything. At this moment, I also want to thank all of Ashwin's gurus, musical gurus, Srimati Geeta Iyer, Srimati Padmaja Kishore, and Sri A.K.S. Murli sir. All of them have paved a path. Again, everybody is a foundation, and their help and contributions to this journey has been tremendous. I also want to thank our in-laws, Sri Vijay Raghavan and Srimati Jayashri, for coming all the way from India and be with us. What else can happen without this event with the core volunteer team? Look at all the decorations here in the stage. Look at all the things. Give a big round of applause to our core volunteers. I think we all look at the output, right? I think so much of planning and activity has gone behind the scenes. I think there is a separate team, almost 13 different teams have formed to make this event a reality. We have a team on the stage. We have a team on the lobby. When you walk around, you can find out, how many tables are set up. There is also a team of catering. There is a team for audio, video, and, photography. We have teams. And most importantly, who is the sutradhar behind it? The planner? Srivi herself. Thank you, Srivi, for that. So she's been pushing all of us, right? I mean, behind the scenes, nobody knew how much planning went in. And thank you for everything, right? Thank you all the volunteers. You guys have made this happen. It's an extended SPAC family. I think that's how we look at it. So thanks everybody for in making sure that this happens. Last but not the least, I also want to thank our ICC, Raj Desai, and his team who have helped all of us. And also the catering folks, 8 Elements, who have helped us happen. There are a couple of specific individuals. I usually don't want to name anybody, but I really want to call them out. Number 1 is Satya Ramesh herself for mentoring Ashwin during the summer. She had put in a lot of effort to get that happen. And then the second important person is Akshay Venkatesan. Akshay has been truly support over the whole summer. Where is Akshay? I can see him behind the scenes. That's his style, behind the scenes. Thank you, Akshay. So again, I know. Also, thanks Lalita ji for accommodating Ashwin. We usually go late to pick him up, so she ensured that Ashwin is well taken care. Thanks a lot. I really thank you, everybody, all of you audience here. Appreciate all your time, effort, and love to share this journey with us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Venki. We're going to have a quick cake cutting ceremony just for 2 minutes to celebrate the 14th anniversary. We have an eggless cake here. Where should we keep it? We can keep it here and you can cut so people can see it. Please come, both of you. Both of you will cut in front of Mama and get Mama's blessings. Very Ange vechilama? Mama vechilama? Okay. But I'm told no food in the auditorium. You're going to cut the cake and take it outside, okay? And those of you who eat only eggless cake, separate, because we have a small eggless cake and then we have a bigger egg cake, okay? So those who take only eggless, separately tell us. So everybody can partake.
Cake cut பண்ண போறோம்.
ஆமா.
அப்படி பலே ஷாபாஷ் கட் பண்ணும்போது சொல்லுவேன் happy wedding anniversary to you. Happy wedding anniversary to you. Happy wedding anniversary to you.
And may God bless you.
சொல்லுவேன் எல்லாரும் சொல்லுவேன். Why not all join together?
Mama wants everybody to sing happy anniversary to you. Let's join them. Mama, நீங்க சொல்லுங்க.
Happy wedding anniversary to you. Happy wedding anniversary to you. Wedding தான். Happy wedding anniversary to you. Happy wedding anniversary to you.
And may God bless you.
சொல்ல மெல்ல சொல்லு.
Thanks again, everyone. Thank you, guests, for coming here. Please we have dinner outside. Please, thank you.
சரி நீ முடிஞ்சு சொல்ல மாட்டேங்க.